It's important to bring students to a place so that they can see the sugarcane, they can see the buildings, they can see the relationship between the owners and the enslaved people. You can talk about that, you can kind of describe it, you can actually, you can show pictures and things, but for them to actually walk the grounds and to see the sizes of the rooms and see the location of the main house and then the kind of workspace that the enslaved people used. I think that's really the significance of going to a place.
So this plantation really is attractive for us to bring students here because it is the only one that really is focused on the slavery experience. So you can kind of start with the way it looks from a slave's point of view instead of from the owner's point of view. So to be able to experience that instead of the way that the Old South is usually kind of romanticized, this doesn't give a romanticized picture at all.
There were two things that really stood out to me, and it was one, how many people were on this plantation alone. Like there were a ton of children that died that were here, and that's not even all of what they had. And then he emphasized a lot how everyone contributed to slavery. It can't be pointed to one type of people. I thought that was interesting because you typically associate slavery with one race or one type of people.
I didn't really know how brutal it was until actually looking at it and seeing it for myself.
But he talked about unity. I think that's a big thing of me because when they gave different incentives to different slaves, it kind of made everybody kind of fend for themselves. But if they would have came together and kind of banded together, things would have been a lot different. But I mean, it's easy to separate people when you put them in bad situations like that. So
incentivizing them to do certain things and not get along with certain people to a point. Never to the point to where they want to kill each other here, but just enough to keep them a little suspicious and a little ununified.
As far as working together, I think we definitely should, we're very torn apart right now, and that we need to come together and to figure things out.
I think I'll take away probably the memorials to the slaves. I had heard about them. I had not had a chance to see the memorials for the named folks. And I think when we talked about it in class, we talked about the impact of slavery. And one of the things that happens is that the folks are dehumanized and their names are taken from them and their names are changed. And so one of the processes that I think historians should be really working toward is restoration, to restore the humanity to people, and this begins to do that. So these were real people, these were children, they were families, they had names, here's where they were from. They're not just anonymous field hands out here working, and that's the advantage, I think, of it.